Ireland kick off their 2025 Six Nations campaign versus England at the Aviva. It does not get better or bigger than this. This is one of the games they would play in heaven for sure. Simon Easterby, new interim coach. How will he go around selections? Can we see some changes being made in that regard? Who knows? I'm here to predict Ireland's match day 23 for the game versus England. As always, let me know in the comments what changes would you make. Do I know anything about Irish rugby? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe while you're there. And let's get into it. So welcome back to Kick On Rugby channel. I'm your host, Dane Sherritt, and we are going to try and predict the Ireland matchday 23-man squad. It's a bit of a prediction, the 23 I would like to see being played. Simon Easterby, new interim coach. Will he make a couple of changes? Look, the overall squad selected for the campaign this year, very conservative. You could have called it sort of thing. There's a couple of development players added in late that were kind of down the bottom in that squad naming that haven't played for Ireland yet. Whether they will get a run on in the first round, I don't think so. So you kind of know who's going to play and who's not. Here's my predicted matchday 23-man squad. Let me know in the comments, like I said, what changes would you make? Let's get into it. Andrew Porter, Ronan Gallagher, Tide Furlong up front. Then locks, Joe McCarthy, James Ryan. Back row of Tide Byrne, Josh Van der Flair, Caelan Doris, captain. 9 and 10 of Jamison Gibson Park, Sam Prendergast, Bundy Arkie and Gary Ringrose in the centres, and then back three of James Lowe, Jamie Osborne and Hugo Keenan. By bench, Dan Sheehan, Thomas Clarkson, Finlay Bealham, Cormac Izuchukwu, Jack Conan, Caelan Blade, Jack Crowley and Kieran Frawley. Strong squad again. It's a predicted squad, but also a team I would like to see being played. Like there's a few changes you could definitely make to this squad, but we'll run through some of the reasons why. And like I said, it's always up for debate. I love to hear from you guys what you think of it in the comments. Why you would pick someone over someone else? Why the guys I've picked is not the right guys for the job? Let me know in the comments. All right, up front, Andrew Porter, Ronan Gallagher, Tide Furlong. Andrew Porter goes without saying. He's one of your first picked in this Irish squad. Consistency of him week in, week out, playing at a 8, 9, 10 out of 10, just non-stop. The engine on him, his scrum work, everything he does with the ball, off the ball. And then, like I said, his consistency, but he just seems to not get injured neither. And I didn't want to say that because I don't want to put the Mickey on him, but man, just goes and goes and goes. Love that from him. Tide Furlong coming back from injury has played 1 or 2 games with Leinster. I'm pretty sure he is back. So I've got him in there. He's going to be ready to go, charging to go, raring to go. If that, I've gone with Ronan Gallagher to start at hooker. Dan Sheehan is playing this weekend. So I'm recording this before Leinster play Stormers on the weekend. So that's why I've got Ronan Gallagher to start. And then Dan Sheehan, hopefully he gets through at least 30, 40 minutes versus the Stormers. And then I think he'll go straight onto the bench versus England. Or they might even start him so he can definitely have 20, 30 minutes and then have Ronan Gallagher play the rest of the game. Who knows, but I've gone with Ronan Gallagher there. My locks, Joe McCarthy, James Ryan. Man, these guys just work, like effort on effort on effort. I feel like Joe McCarthy is definitely taking the baton off Peter O'Mahony in regards to leading the physicality side of it, the battle up front, being that enforcer. He seems to take on that role and he does it really well. He loves the niggly stuff, the tough stuff, but he can always back it up with the efforts he's doing that actually, like, yes, the niggly stuff, and being in people's faces, yes, that means a lot. You want someone like that in your team, but can you also back it up with what your actual job is? Like getting lineouts, getting front foot ball when you're carrying the ball, making strong defensive efforts, being physical in the contact area. And he can definitely do that. James Ryan, I feel like his work rate is also just through the roof. It's almost like having another back rower. Really, really good there. Izukchukwu is really banging on that door to start. He's been playing outstanding rugby for Ulster. There's obviously Ryan Baird, who's in the squad, in and around the squad as well. Ian Henderson, who I don't think will make this match day 23, but those are your other options there. Back row, I've gone with Tide Byrne, Josh van der Fleer, Caelan Doris. Tide Byrne comes in with another line-out option, which is really good. And they've been playing him there for a long while. And it seems to be working there. That's just it kind of, if this is the right word, diversifies that back row. That is the longest word I've ever used. Because Josh van der Fleer and Caelan Doris they're very similar in regards to their work rate, what they can do with the ball, what they can do defensively. So on both sides of the ball, attacking and defensively, they're just work rate on work rate. Love to tackle, love to tackle, love to tackle, love to hit rucks, love to carry the ball as well. But then Tide Byrne is giving you bigger body, can maybe sometimes give you that little sneaky offload. He's also a really good line-out threat or line-out option. And then obviously his experience it goes a long way. That's something you can't buy, is experience. And Tide Byrne brings you that. Got Jack Conan there on the bench to come on, brings you that physicality. I'm loving Kian Prendergast for Connacht. He's been really good as well. Someone like him could definitely get some game time, the Six Nations. Then going to my 9 and 10, Jamison Gibson Park, Sam Prendergast. Man, so Gibson Park, I feel like is after Porter and Van der Fleer and Doris, he's penciled in. He's penciled in. He's in there. You know what you're getting off. He controls the tempo of the game. Smooth. His execution on his passes is just, that delivery is beautiful. His option taking elite, right? So Gibson Park is in there. Prendergast. So Crowley's been playing really well for Munster lately, but I just think the relationship or that combo that Prendergast has with Gibson Park, he's also been playing with Caelan Doris, who is the captain, so their relationship they have together with regards to making decisions. Even though Prendergast is definitely not part of the senior group of that Irish squad, he would be part of the option taking because he will be the kicker at goal. He'll be the kicker to touch when a penalty is given. So the captain will always look to their kicker or their 10 with regards to option taking when it comes to penalties. And that relationship they have at club definitely goes over then. That familiarity, you're comfortable with it. I'm not saying Caelan Doris isn't that with Crowley, because they've obviously played together for Ireland as well, but just the bond that you're seeing each other week in, week out, Prendergast and Doris are for Leinster and then now for Ireland, I think it goes. And then Prendergast has been playing good footy as well for Leinster. Really cool, calm, collected. I feel like the pressure for him is just whoosh over his head. Quality player, and I think this is going to be one of those breakout competitions for him this year's Six Nations. Over to centres, I've gone with Bundy Aki, Gary Ringrose. Robbie Henshaw, obviously an option there. Kieran Frawley, an option there as well in the centres. Those can mix and match. Jamie Osborne is even at a stretch an option there. But I think Bundy Aki is giving you that front foot ball. And he's the sort of player that if the opposition look at the team list and see his name in there, you're like, oh shit. And this is no hate or nothing on Robbie Henshaw, but you see Robbie Henshaw's name there, you're like, okay, quality player still, but he's not giving you that same, oh shit, as Bundy Aki would as an opposing player, I think at least. again, what do I know about playing at that level? That's what I think. Gary Ringrose, fantastic, really, really good. And then he will cover then wing as well, like he did, or like he can play. Someone like Kieran Frawley can come on and he can cover pretty much that whole back line. Then my back three of James Lowe, Jamie Osborne, Hugo Keenan. James Lowe's also playing this weekend for Leinster versus Stormers. So I think he gets through a couple of minutes, then he goes straight into the starting lineup here. He gives you that left foot kick as well for exits. It's so important. Jamie Osborne, I've picked Jamie Osborne above Mac Hansen because I think, does he still have a game off his suspension? Or maybe he's played or he's sat out all those games already, and he is. If that's the case, he'll probably start. But I'm loving Jamie Osborne being just like dynamite comes in small packages sort of type thing. He's not that small, but just electric. Always a threat when he gets the ball. Lovely work off the ball as well, and a real man. He's someone you want on your team, definitely. And then Hugo Keenan, the fullback. We got him. Irish is back. He's back. He's been out injured, I think, a little bit. He's back. Did really well for Leinster on his return, and I think he'll go straight in there at fullback. On the bench, so Blade obviously covering 9, Crowley covering 10, and then Kieran Frawley covering the rest of the back line. If a centre goes down, Frawley comes in. If a wing goes down, Frawley comes in. Gary Ringrose can even move to the wing, or Frawley can go to the wing. Frawley can go to fullback, and Hugo Keenan can go to the wing. You can switch it around however you like. What do you guys think? Again, Cian Healy's probably going to start on the bench. Peter O'Mahony's probably going to start on the bench. And Connor Murray's probably going to start on the bench. Again, this is a predicted side, but also the team I would like to see played. And I think the older guys are done. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. 6 Nations is here, man. Get keen. And I'll see you next time. Bye.